Yo, mic check. Hey, yo, it's Sunday, so we here today. Maybe it's the Real Atlanta Podcast. Tonight is kind of special. We got a panel going on. We're gonna get down and dirty, with the UPT. So we're gonna get down and dirty tonight. So we got a few people, what I'm saying. I want to introduce everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Start here to my left over here. We got my man, Mr. Wealth and Success himself. Shannon Hudson, what's happening, brother?
Check one. Happy to be here.
Then we got the mixed master over here, you know what I'm saying?
The
infamous MissMixalot. Donna Cameron, what's happening, baby?
Hey, y'all.
Okay.
And then maybe y'all might don't remember this cat over here to my left, you know what I'm saying?
Internationally known,
you know, on the microphone.
Say, man. Hey, man.
So this cat here, man.
The number one bearded man in Atlanta, man. The number one.
It be somebody the country won't know what's going on, man.
Hey, man.
Duwon Mooley over here, man. What's going on?
Ow.
Alright, we're gonna bust to my right here.
Okay.
We got my sister right here, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, she really is my person, you know what I mean? This girl helped me out through a lot, man. Hey, this my dog, my A1, my best partner.
That right.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? KLB right there.
Adamsville, what's up, y'all?
Okay, and then we got down here to the right. Hey, this young lady, I've been knowing her all my life, I guess we can say that here.
That's
We
a long
went to kindergarten together.
Okay.
We graduated together. So
All your life.
Kim was another Harvard High. No, we got Harvard High deep up in this thing. 2092. We got my girl Anna Desire over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
We going down tonight. We're gonna talk about some real stuff. You know what I'm saying? But look, hey, we gotta have this conversation. My man already told me this is the kind of conversation he like. We can mix it up with the women. You know what I'm saying? See what's going on. Some real conversation. So, hey, how are we gonna start this thing? Are we gonna start? Are we gonna get to the nitty gritty, or we gonna just go work into it?
Man.
You ain't introduced your man. Oh, I already talked about his man.
Oh yeah. Internationally known.
We already talked about this cat, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Go for the ghost, though, man.
Hey. We want to know what keep a man and a woman together.
Trust.
Trust.
That's
what keep them together.
I think so. That's one of the biggest things to me that would make me want to stay in a relationship with a man.
Okay.
Let's expound on that a bit, though. Okay, you say trust. So how do you get to a point where you feel like you can trust this man?
Man, just being perfectly honest, when a woman feels safe and a woman trusts you, you get a whole different woman. So how we get to the trusting part is pretty much being open about certain things, like your insecurities, what you need help with, that you know that you need help with, and you feel what I'm saying, and the woman don't play on it that you need help with. They actually put in the work to try to help you get through those, and it goes both ways.
Okay.
Somebody say loyalty on here. Somebody come in on the company and saying loyalty. So I guess that would make keeping together. I guess loyalty is a big word that's used nowadays, but you know what I'm saying? We gotta know what really loyalty is. You know what I'm saying? Loyalty really staying down. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't stay down, so they get going when the tough get going, they get going.
But you can't break the trust and think I'm gonna stay loyal to you.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Like it just don't work. It don't work like that. Once you break that trust, then you have moved loyalty out the way. What you say?
Trust and loyalty are two different things.
Oh, they are definitely different.
No, they are.
Never saying you can't. If you bust the trust, you can't be loyal no more.
You're not loyal if you're not trustworthy.
Yeah, like it's.
But I think oftentimes me and Donna had a conversation inadvertently to today. We had a conversation talking about oftentimes, and as a man, I can just be honest. As a man, I think oftentimes we break the trust because oftentimes that I remember I had a hard decision that I was afraid, like, I'm not a real man in certain situations with women because I can't say certain things.
Right.
And my mama always told me, she said, man, a woman can accept whatever you tell her. She might not like it in that moment, but she's going to deal with it. I think oftentimes we don't think that, you know what I'm saying, we can tell that woman that because it might not be what she want to hear. We might feel like it's low down to us because the woman been down to us, and this the woman we should be with, right? But we done went left and went with another woman, and we don't think that we know how to tell this woman. And oftentimes we cause more hurt to that woman because we ain't sat down and told her the truth on how we feel and why we went with another woman when she know it was supposed to be her.
You not telling her makes it worse.
Yeah.
You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? Because I thought we had this trust and this understanding.
Thank you.
So for you, we talk about everything else, but you're not able to tell me this right here. This is something that we probably could have talked about, got through the whole
it.
nine. But you
Perfect.
holding this back from me, like no, and I'm your person.
Exactly.
That hit different.
It
That
do,
hit
and
different for
that's when it come in like, you ain't loyal, you ain't this, but I was. But I can't be loyal to you if you doing disloyal things to me. That ain't gonna work.
Because everybody's human, so people make mistakes. So if you gonna tell your partner, "Hey, I fucked up. This is what I did," then
That ain't no mistake though. That's a decision.
Well, it's a decision, but it's a wrong decision. But the fact that you came and told me, that means you don't want to do it no more. That means you need help. That means you're sorry. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't say nothing about it, then it's not to say that you're going to go back and do it, but 9 times out of 10, you probably will.
But it's going to always be on your mind. You think about it.
Yeah,
when a man do something to you,
yes.
you think about
Yes.
the times that they may have lied about certain things. You like, damn, they didn't even have to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
let me
So
tell you,
that's why I don't allow people to circle the block.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because you lost respect from the
Yeah.
first time. You didn't respect me.
Yeah.
You didn't respect me that first time. I'm not giving you another chance to disrespect me because I know how it's gonna end up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat
hey,
your
man,
ass.
listen.
You say you going to do what?
So I'm not. So I wouldn't subject myself
Right.
Yeah.
to that
Okay.
because I'm an Aries,
Okay.
and I'm gonna be honest with you. I know I don't have no breaks,
Mhm.
and I don't give men chances like that. So if I give you a chance and that's what you do with it,
Yeah.
It just go
I
back to
don't
what
be
you
doing
said.
shit like this. No, until we get on the show when she
Okay,
tell her to eat some of
yeah.
shit.
But see, what I was saying though, like what y'all was saying about what you was saying, because when I was married, my wife, hey, I married this shit in 1993. She bringing that shit up, goddamn, in 2003.
See
You
what
know
I'm saying?
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm
'Cause
saying
she ain't healed from
She
it.
ain't healed from it. So I guess that's when the trust went out.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
broken, yeah.
If the trust is broken, you know what I'm saying? That's just a hard thing. You know what
I
I'm
can be
saying?
honest with you. It's hard for women to it's hard for women to walk away from men that they actually like and love.
Yeah.
It's hard for us,
Yeah.
and that's why a lot of times a nigga can drag us through the mud, cause we like them, we love them. But then one day you wake up, right, and you think about the disrespect, and you think about certain things that just didn't have to happen. And the dude will be like, "Well, you must got somebody else, man. It ain't hardly ever nobody else."
We don't even want
You
nobody
just,
else.
exactly. We don't even have a desire to be with nobody else.
That's right.
But you thinking about all of the things that a person that you love put you through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, please.
It's like that reality check. Like, say for instance, like hey, I know I need to lose weight, blah blah blah. It take that last time you walk past that mirror and get that side view, but like,
Yeah.
God damn, I gotta lose.
Right, I'm on it. I'm on
So
it.
that's just like with this guy, he been doing this stuff all this time or whatever, and you done had this last moment
Yeah.
that, hey, I forgot who the fuck I was. You know what I'm saying? Let me get this all the way together. And it's not about anybody else. It's about you.
It's hardly ever about anybody else.
Somebody
Like,
come and said,
a man can't take no woman from nobody. Like, that ain't how that work.
somebody's come and said, Mimi said, she said it's hard to walk away from stability.
Yeah. Man, there's so many people.
man.
Let me tell you something. There's so many
That's
people
probably what it is,
that's
stability.
together now.
You too comfortable.
Cause they like
Yeah.
leaving each other alone just wouldn't even make sense. Cause now we got to do it each. We each got to do
You
it.
better leave nobody now, boy. These days, boy, you better have 2 or 3 wives.
How about
Yeah.
that?
It's all about shit.
For real.
They get to, cause no, they get to, but like, okay. And another topic, whatever said, just another segue to it. Do you think of a person like said trust? So trust come with cheating. Do you think once a cheater, always a cheater?
I do.
I do.
Y'all
It's-
think
it's-
that?
What?
What you say, Kim?
It's very seldom that somebody like can just change and not do it again.
It's almost like a drug. You know,
So it doesn't matter what age it is, because I think
it don't.
in our 20s and maybe early 30s, we're different men than we are in our 40s and 50s, because there's like salt look like sugar, right?
Yeah.
We think every woman is the same until you find out they're not.
Yeah.
You don't know that until you lost one. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
You
wow!
been
So
through
men
it,
actually
so I
do
don't
think that. Men actually think that all women are the same until they realize they.
Yeah, all right, let me ask y'all this. Y'all women, everybody here over 40. What make y'all think that we don't think that when you look out and see all these women out here what stands out to make us not think that? It's only when you get to know a woman that you find out it's not. From the surface of it, you don't know that. You got to really get to know a woman to know, hey man, this shit ain't the same. It's not the same.
Because you
it's like a parenting not the same.
I know you
everybody don't raise their kids the same.
Right.
It's different. You don't know that until you go in that household and you got to be with them.
But I honestly didn't know that that men really thought that all women are the same. I promise I did.
I'm saying
until you show us different. Until you show us you're not the same.
Right, but like,
yeah.
No, you know, he just probably saying like, okay, I remember they say some bullshit like that. They say
had different love languages.
Yeah, like different love languages. They say, okay, once you had one vagina, you had them all. But you know that's different. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that's very different. You know what I'm saying? But
if the vagina's different, the people different.
Right, exactly. But we're saying, but the mentality of a person, you know how men do. We slow. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not claiming that. I'm not claiming that.
As far at a certain age, as far as knowing women,
yeah, we know slow.
Let me ask you this, Shannon. Do you think that women are naturally? Do you think that women are naturally smarter than men? I'm talking that's off the norm. That's natural.
Do I think women are naturally smarter than men?
and you elders, I want you to think about when we in preschool and all that. Now, when we playing distracted, you know what I'm saying? That little girl, she focused as a mud, doing her work. Teacher ain't never saying, hey, Ashley, stop playing. Hey, Kim, Irma, y'all stop playing. But we always, little boys gonna play and all that. That's what I'm saying. They naturally
honestly, I'm gonna take the political. It's a equal. It just the energy is shifting in different places. We are more advanced in certain areas, and yes, they're more advanced in certain areas, but we all on the same level playing field, in my opinion.
But
when it comes to
when I say naturally, naturally smarter, meaning that they are more detailed. You know what I'm saying? They are more.
Well, little boys can be detailed as well.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like men, I'm not saying nothing in life is all or none. Men, I'm not saying men. I'm not saying you don't get a little boy that could be just as focused as a girl. I'm just saying overall, man. Because think about it. Think about this now. The average young black man, we raised by single moms, bro.
Okay.
So that woman got to be everything to that little boy or that little girl.
Right.
She got to be everything.
Yeah.
Right.
So how can we not say that the mother of life who gives birth to the world is not naturally smarter than men?
But have you sat down and said this conversation to a single father, to a father who had a child, raised a child from birth? Like,
but that's not many though. That's not more than the woman who's doing it though.
But that's situational. But what you're saying
but
is the
majority
capability.
of the women though, Shannon. But majority of the women are that.
Right.
It's a small percentage of men that do it. But what I'm saying
we
overall,
both have the capability to be able to raise that child in the same manner effectively from little to.
But that man can't.
Adulthood.
But that man, I done had my daughter 1 year, right? She's in 6th grade. That man can't give that child that motherly love.
That nurturing.
We weren't raised to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
And the woman weren't raised to do certain manly things.
Right.
A man not raised and capable. We're not even capable of giving that, that daughter that motherly love. Guess what? Because the man gonna forget certain things because we think survival. You know what I'm saying? We think way different than that woman.
Totally
that's why the female lion go out. That's why the female lion go out and risk her life in the danger of the wilderness to feed her family. While the male lion, but we always want to say we male lions. Motherfucker, the male lion don't do shit.
Right,
that woman go out there and do it.
But you're saying everything that you're speaking on is all situational. But you're saying that just because she's in this situation, she's smarter than the male.
No, I'm not saying because she's in that situation.
Because she has to do it.
I think that's the way God designed it. Because that's what makes us equal. I just think women
are smart. Women are extremely.
If you sit a man in a room, Shannon, me and you right now today.
Right.
Me and you sit us in a room. You said 3 women in that room. You having a real business conversation and a real conversation. That woman gonna think that whole conversation way different than us. Right. She gonna say, "Oh, babe, I think this the way you should do it." But a lot of men have taken credit over the centuries because of ego and pride. But that woman is the one who's gonna see that shit way different and tell you this is the safer way to be with. Oh, baby, this is what he was really saying. We might see it just straight on, but the women gonna say, "No, I think that's what he was really saying." Or you know what? You heard this, but what about what he didn't say?
Yeah,
understood.
I hear you on that.
I just think overall women, me and you might catch it, but I'm just saying overall, man, women gonna catch
And
it.
sit
Be
back
like,
and analyze
hell
some stuff
yeah.
for real.
And
Yeah.
it's-
and that's why I say smarter. Not saying we not smart.
Right.
I'm just saying smarter and finding a better way. You know what I'm saying?
But
More
that-
sophisticated way, more
strategize
honey instead
better,
of
that's
shit.
all.
Exactly. Strategize. And one thing about most women is we come to get the job done.
Yeah.
We don't go into a whole lot of situations. And I always tell people, when you speak about egos, I know for me, a man ego got to be out the way before he deal with me.
Yeah.
And because he ain't gonna understand nothing I'm talking about.
Yeah, because his ego not gonna let him.
Yeah, his ego not gonna let him understand nothing that we got going on, and that goes back to the unity portion.
So
If
so
your
back
ego
again.
down,
So back again to the question. So you all so a cheater. If a cheater is
Yeah.
always gonna be a cheater,
I honestly
you know what I'm
think so.
saying?
I
I don't
really
think
do.
so. I don't think so.
I don't think
You
so.
know,
either.
and you know what? And you know,
Give you my
go
opinion
ahead.
why.
I don't think so.
I'm
The
giving you my
only, the
opinion.
only way you don't cheat is if your dick don't work.
So you think all men cheat?
No, I don't think that. But the cheating ones cheat.
They're gonna do
And
what
the only way
they
they
gonna do what
won't
they
cheat
do,
is
right?
if their shit don't work.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
So you don't think if a man have lost a good woman behind cheating, you don't think there's
He lost
There's no
everything.
rehabilitation.
He already lost her.
He cannot be
Nah.
If she
rehabilitated.
already gone, what he straighten up for now?
Exactly.
so he can't be rehabilitated if he meet
You gotta-
another
I ain't
woman.
say
Nah.
he can't be rehabilitated, but
You just say on the
it's
surface it's
nine
not.
times out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
No.
with you.
Yeah.
If you
I might be inclined to agree with that. I ain't gonna lie though. As a
Yeah.
man, I might be inclined to agree with that.
But
though.
listen,
Yeah.
no,
I
listen,
think I
listen,
agree with that.
because let me say what I'm trying to say right quick. Listen, I think that a motherfucker, if a man get all he need out of that woman, he won't cheat. That's what I
But
think.
see,
No,
I think
I
you
don't
missing
think
that.
I ain't talking about sexual wise.
No,
I'm talking about all he
I don't
needs
But
as a
care.
man. The
I
same
don't
thing
agree
y'all talking
with
about
And
nurturing and all that.
this is
But if
coming
you
from a
ain't-
serial cheater.
but
So
if you ain't-
so
look.
take his word.
But you gotta
Damn, shots fired.
Now, this gonna be my partner. You got a partner like
No, but listen, no, we gotta put everything on the
Yeah,
table.
but
But
you
this is the thing, right? No,
One thing about it, look.
no, ain't no
Put your
disrespect.
shit on the
No,
table.
yeah. No, but that's what makes your words. That's what makes your words silent, bro.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
see what I'm saying?
we
Because
all stand straight. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Yeah.
a lot of
I'm
times, man,
just
we need to
saying that's
learn.
my reasoning.
But you
If I
know
want, if I
what?
want, you know what I mean?
Understood, but
But
that's
you
a
know
lot of
what?
men reason who cheat.
I said that's my reasoning.
So have you had everything from a woman to not cheat?
Hell no, I haven't.
So, what was your question? I ain't hear
So
you.
so what's everything?
What?
That's
Wait,
ego.
Because
That's ego,
you can
Chris.
have a woman to give a man everything and he still go out.
That's ego, Chris, because you probably ain't gave her everything.
I probably
Thank you, and she didn't
probably
cheat.
did.
So that's why that's the
Love is
scary,
an
that's
action.
the scary
Love is
part.
action, for sure.
That's the scary part.
Love can be it can be a noun or action. But anyway,
You know, y'all know y'all
let's
think
not-
love is
let's
a
not go
feeling.
there,
That's the
but-
way I feel. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
the way
I,
you
That
know.
would
I
mean-
still need to know what is everything.
What's
No,
considered
it's-
everything?
Yeah.
That's an individual thing.
Yeah, that's
Well,
That's an individual
So,
thing. You know what I'm saying?
what's
But it-
everything to you? What's everything to you?
I
What's
don't know
everything to
everything.
you?
I don't know.
But-
I'm not
So,
gonna give you all that.
Everything
Everything
to
to you
me,
is what?
for me personally, is just for her to commit to the journey of us being in this relationship.
Okay,
You see what I'm saying? Yes,
Okay.
yes, commit to this journey.
Okay.
You know, and in committing to the journey, whatever problem that's gonna come about, we're gonna try to fix it because we working as a unit.
Okay.
Speak that shit, Shannon.
Yeah.
All right.
But-
now,
but-
what's everything to you?
But that
Shannon
make a lot
kind of
sense.
said it. Everything to me too is you got to be a team player, and we got to follow my plan. However, listen what I'm saying. My plan. Listen, my
takes
plans
trust.
consider. Listen, my plan consider me being willing to divert to this. If you say, baby, you finna go off a cliff, we need to go here. I'm willing to do that. What I'm saying is, if I'm the man, we got to go with my plan. But my plan is teamwork for us,
Okay.
And
right?
that
So it
takes
got to be
trust.
teamwork.
So you're
right?
willing to listen and give and take.
But, I mean, hey, listen.
Yeah.
I'm the man who think women is, you know what I'm saying, are dope and all that, right?
Mhm.
But at the same time, I understand that we need each other for certain things.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to buy into your plan as well. My
Right.
plan ain't just my plan, but I got my plan.
Mhm.
And you got yours, I'm gonna follow yours too.
Mhm.
Right? You know what I'm saying? But and I
Once
need you
again.
to be reason why I need you to follow my plan and have some intellectual up here. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause my plan might be leading us into a ditch.
Right.
Right.
I need you to say, hey baby,
Right,
that ditch
right.
up there.
That's
And that's
right.
like-
I'm
that's
gonna
where you-
stop that goddamn busting. We gonna goddamn
But
go
it's
with your
fun.
plan.
It's fun that y'all say, yeah, she's down for the journey and stuff like that. But neither one of y'all said nothing about sexual and stuff like that. Because majority of the time, that's what people going out there doing. is having sex with
No.
people and all this kind of stuff. What about that part of it? She can give you every single thing, and that's still not enough because some guys still want something fresh and new and this thing and stuff.
Yeah.
She can be giving you everything. She possibly think that you guys want the journey, sex,
But
the
that's part
whole
of the journey.
nine.
All that
but you
included in my
still,
journey, though.
but you still
All that
veer
included
off.
in my journey.
That's still
See,
not
I
enough.
never
All
cheated
that's
on a good
included.
woman, in my opinion. I never cheated on a good woman. I always cheated on
to
them
be
bitches.
honest, and listen,
But why did you leave though instead of cheating?
but listen,
Because
to be
I was-
honest,
Mhm.
they throwing it out there left and right. So it's just like guys can't even pass it up. You know what I'm saying? And knowing that you got a
Right,
good girl
right.
at home, it's just like you.
Yeah.
Sex demons.
Sex
That's what I'm
demons.
saying. Sex demons. It's crazy. And listen, and let me not just say guys.
Incubus is
Hold on. Let me
It's
not
not
just
both
say
ways.
it's women. I'm telling you, women are worse than guys now. It is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
So let me not just say y'all.
Right,
Women
because
too.
Right.
Y'all messing over them good men at
But see,
home that's
both ways.
providing.
But see, that come from, what's going on now in modern society of women assuming the masculinity energy of the men.
But you know why?
You know-
Because the men are not leading.
You know
But
why?
see, that's
Wait, hold on, wait.
Mm.
Listen, she just said something. You said, the
The,
men,
the
she said
men,
men
the
not
men
leading.
are not leading.
You
so
can
the
lead.
woman
We
has to
say
step
these
up.
masculine, these quote unquote alpha females. They don't want you to
Ain't no
lead because
such
they
thing
want.
as no alpha female.
I know there ain't no such thing as, but they think it is.
First of all,
Overall, Chris,
first of
I agree with
all,
him
first of
overall.
all,
No, I'm saying-
first
I
of
know
all,
people like Shannon.
Hold on, we got some feminism in the
we
room.
got
Come
some
on.
alpha- we got some alpha
I'm saying that like, you lead. Okay, you want me to lead. Boom. Like he said.
Yeah, but you're
If
not
you
gonna
see me
lead
going
me
out
into
the
the
wrong
fry
path,
from the
instead
frying
you
pan
saying
to the
come to
fire.
me then,
Right.
you come to me and straighten me out then.
Mhm.
You know, if you
But-
willing, if you got that kind of strength.
Most men
Don't
ain't
let me
gonna
lead you to
take
no
a
goddamn
straightening
brick
from a
wall.
woman. That's the part I think that you probably that a lot of times men get confused. First of all, a lot of times when a woman speak, if your woman speak on certain things, men immediately take offense to it. When you actually
That's not
believe in
fair.
your mate, let me just tell you, when you believe in your mate, and it's that go back to that trust. You trust your mate. You feel safe with your mate.
Mhm.
Nigga, you think I ain't finna listen to you?
Mhm.
Is you crazy?
Yeah, and if you don't deliver that, we're gonna
But
have to
if-
take over.
Exactly.
But it's all in how you
But it's
talk to
our
that man too.
instinct.
Don't
Oh,
come to him
respect
with
go
that.
a long way.
Don't
Yeah.
come to him with that rah rah. Don't
Absolutely.
do that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You should maybe sit down.
Respect.
Yeah, absolutely. Respect him as a man.
So now,
But you can't be out here doing no nigga shit. Though this is what I'm saying. You can't be out here on no nigga shit and think you gonna come home and it's gonna be okay at the house. And we know what you've been on.
Uh-huh.
You can't expect that. You got to understand a lot of times, man, if your woman energy shift or it becomes a strange situation, she know what you got going on. It's a reaction to what.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and a lot of times, man, for stability, women will sit on it.
Yeah.
But see,
I know women that will
But-
sit on it.
and I'm cool with this conversation, but I'm a fighter of the man. Like
Let's
I
go.
stand on
You
Absolutely.
I stand on the man, and it's
supposed
like
to be.
this whole conversation has been geared towards the man being the problem,
Oh, no.
like the man
Turn
being the
it.
issue.
Turn
Like
it.
it's like
Okay,
Yeah, turn it.
you know,
Change the narrative.
Yeah, you know,
absolutely. I mean,
sensitive.
it's just a lot of times, I think communication is the biggest problem.
Absolutely.
You know,
I agree.
And I honestly feel sometimes that men may, most men, I have tried to communicate issues with who I was dating, and it was just really, brushed off, or I was dismissed. You know what I mean? So
And
at
your
this point,
feelings are valid, and a
and
lot
so
of times it happens.
if I'm feeling like I'm not getting through to you, and and I know y'all say, well, why you don't just leave and this, that, and the third. A lot of time men just be vested. Like if I don't. We done built this household. I done spent all this money. I'm not finna just walk away from my investment. I know most people will, but I fight for my, for it ain't just monetary. It's just everything, the time, the energy. Like it's
Absolutely.
everything.
You should always like it.
So if I can't get through to you, but so if I can't get through to you or whatever the reason, yeah, my attention gonna start diverting. I'm gonna start going other places for peace,
but
for
can't
but
do that.
I'm saying I
That
understand
woman
that
that just showed you she was hard headed. That woman that just showed you that shit, you overlooked it.
man, we gotta excel everything from outside to the inside.
You don't. That's what y'all have options too. This is what I'm saying. When I say When I say walking away from a situation, that ain't you leaving what the hell you done built. That's you just pretty much telling a woman, listen, this is what we are. We know this is what we are. You need to either we can work through this, or are you ready to call it quits?
But see, this the thing. That I mean, it sounds good, but the common narrative is that all us as a people, us as black, this is what we're going through. What you're saying, if that's the case, everybody's going to be single.
But is the man speaking up saying that?
Yes.
No, hardly ever.
What?
Let me tell you something.
No, some men are.
But how you bring it? So if you know that you have a sensitive woman, or you know that you have a woman, you know who you dealing with most times. Because I will hope you ain't dealing with nobody you ain't tried to be with like at least a year or so. You know, for all the mask to fall off. Mm-hmm. The same things that made you laugh in the beginning are sometimes the same things that'll make you cry in the end, right?
Absolutely.
You can't overlook that shit.
Right.
You can't
Right.
when you getting to know somebody and you see that they got some shit going on that you don't agree with, just being honest with you, don't stay there. Either you know you can deal with it or move around.
Okay.
Shan, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
I'm gonna ask you and Chris a question, and then I'm gonna ask y'all something.
Mm-hmm.
The woman you done been in a relationship with, right? What's the longest you waited? I mean, what's the longest y'all waited to have sex before y'all got in that relationship?
Good question.
Okay, so
I'm finna get this on. Hold on, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Answer, Shannon. Let's get to it, Shannon. Answer the question, Shannon. What's the longest you waited?
The longest I waited, and it was by design, was 90 days one time. But before that 90-day by design situation, third date.
All right, third date. All right, what about you?
On average.
What's the average time, bro?
What's the average time that you...
This man answer to somebody like, probably a month, probably.
Yeah, third, fourth date.
Maybe a month. But not the new age, but a month.
I don't know, we ain't talking about you, bro. We ain't talking about all right, so here's the thing.
It's a short
here's the
time
thing,
frame,
right?
Short window.
So we have sex early. We don't get a chance to know the woman, right?
Right.
She don't get a chance to know us.
Mm-hmm.
Oftentimes we have sex with a woman. We don't know if she been raped and molested. Pushing up on her, trying to have sex might be. And she might do it because the energy there, the feelings there. Sometimes that shit be there the first night we meet a girl. We're ready to have sex, ready to go down. So when we get into the roughness of it, after we done had sex, we ready to goddamn move in, been in a relationship. We ain't learned her. She ain't learned us. Right. And my situation is going to be different for yours because the projects that I'm from, I realize now when I be sitting home thinking that I grew up with a lot of dudes that were more sensitive than women. No, I think over time we don't want to have that conversation that men are more sensitive than women because I think that's when we catch a woman cheat. Hell, we kill her, the nigga, and ourselves sometimes. You hardly ever hear women do that type shit. You know what I'm saying? They might burn some shit up and bleach or do that. No, to make a master plan. But I think overall, we are more sensitive than women. And I think a lot of that come from us being raised by our single mother. You know what I'm saying? That's that emotion from loving mom, right? You know what I'm saying? And sensitive don't mean weak, right? So when we have sex with these women so fast, man, we don't get to know them. So when times do get rough, we don't even know that she gonna bail because, man, we done wrapped our emotions in this sex and all that. We don't even know it.
Sex is the foundation.
And communication is one thing what I done learned. Man, communication ain't even the main thing. It's understanding what's being communicated.
That's right.
She might not even have the capability of doing it. He might not either.
Right.
And I think that's what we go wrong at, man, because I think in its nature, but I think we be having sex too soon. We don't ask the question to know, and a woman need to know, are you willing to even get a second job if need to be to take care of this family? Yeah, hey, baby, if I fall down and need some, baby, are you willing to go get a second job, go back to school to help me out?
But see, that's the thing. I ain't mean to cut you off, but
no.
So like even with the sex, I feel like for me personally, even though we may have sex, we may have had sex, I'm still, that doesn't mean that I'm in a relationship with you. You still got to show me these things. You still got to show me that.
Where the disconnect is because a woman ain't internalizing that like that. We have sex, baby. We is together.
Shannon, you can't fuck her like you want to be with her.
Right.
I'm guilty of that, Shannon. You can't do that. We can't fuck her like we love them and then expect her to be like, oh, shit.
I only fuck one way. I don't even know how to fuck but one way.
I love it. That's what I'm saying, though.
My name
But when you fuck her that way, though, Shannon, she gonna look.
That's right.
You don't think she gonna like you more when you fuck her that one way? You know how to fuck her?
Understood, but what I'm saying, You're right. You're absolutely right.
It's all
We
over
shouldn't
there.
have
For
sex.
real.
We
If a
shouldn't
woman
have
like you, she like
sex.
She ain't gonna be able to turn
as
it
we
off.
should. You see what I'm saying? But for
That
for
ain't
men though, that's not the end all with men. See, that's what I'm. Y'all, it seems like as soon as we cross that line, and we just jumped into this whole world of discourse. Now we got to try to figure things out. Like, okay, do I really like this person? This, that, and the third. Sex is not the jump off for me.
Hold on, Don. But get what? Oftentimes, girl, we do Shannon, and I'm guilty.
still
of it.
learning.
I'm sure you done guilty. He guilty. Well, we talk like we did fit what it finna be before we get that pussy.
That right.
Then we get it, we want to backpedal.
That right.
Hold on, we talk that talk, Shannon, before we get that pussy.
Yeah.
Then when we get it,
But
we
we
want
don't.
to
But
backpedal.
we don't have a right to not like a person no more. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
it's not.
No.
You
if it's something that like if I'm dating you and we done had sex and you done did something to me, I can't not say in my mind, nah, this ain't my wife. I don't know.
You
I don't
can,
know.
but this is
I
the thing.
can't.
If you had held
But we
off
gotta
on sex,
tell
you
her.
would have knew that before the sex.
That's right.
See, we don't know.
But you
the
don't
real-
really know the real person
Listen,
after the sex.
look, my point
We
is
can
that
do
No,
or
sometimes
say
that's
something
true.
that turn you all the way off.
we
And
don't.
you can be like, no, I don't even want to be with her.
Yeah,
You know
and-
what
but
I'm saying?
women do it
But I
too.
wouldn't have known that if we hadn't got intimate.
It go for women
No,
too.
no,
You still
no,
got your
yeah.
ass on.
Because if
A woman
I'm
knows.
emotional and we're
No,
about
no.
to have sex, I'm a nice person. I'm sweet. I'm melting. I'm loving. How are
Right.
you gonna know anything else but what I'm showing you? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So after sex, I might be a totally different person. Now you saying, oh shit, I don't want to be with her.
But you're right.
know what I'm saying?
But that's the
goes
person that
both
I wanted to
ways.
see, though.
It goes both ways, even for women too. Because, say for instance, like the guy, we jump into bed with him and stuff like that. Next thing you know, next week he might say something, but oh goddamn, I don't even like this.
Right.
When he
Somebody
put
dead
his
ass.
drugs on,
And not
somebody-
even.
He might,
Yeah.
right.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
might snore or something.
You be like, damn, I ain't know he had that mole on his neck. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't even get the chance to even figure stuff out because you
Yep.
jumped into it.
Because
You know what I'm saying?
So
Man got a
like,
black
real.
toenail. You feel
But
me?
listen, anything that's rush ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we would just be wanting to have that, you know what I'm saying, that
Yeah.
intimacy with somebody. But
I tell
as far
women
as us
all
getting
the time,
older, we gotta
hold
pump the
out.
But
brakes.
I say wait, but you still can't show us, you know, what you're working with, because we
Man,
don't want to waste our time.
Nah, see, you can't have it both
She wanna
ways.
hide it.
Waste my
You
time.
She wanna
can't
hold
have
it,
it both
Greg.
ways.
That's a Scorpio
You can't have it
talking
both ways
now.
now.
You want to have it both ways,
No,
Scorpio.
I
That's a
don't.
Scorpio
No, I
talking.
don't.
That.
It's just that,
That's a
you
Scorpio
know,
mindset.
if I'm
That's a
liking you,
Scorpio
I'm
mindset.
vibing with you. I guess it really
Would
wouldn't
give up that
matter.
pussy.
But dang, at least I need to know everything.
No,
Literally.
I'm because I'm.
It don't work that way.
I'm bigger on intimacy
No, you want to
anyway.
have it. You want to
So if I say let me see it, you're not gonna let me see it?
you ain't gonna give up no pussy.
No, I just
Irma,
met
you
you.
is crazy, Irma. Well,
No,
why
you
would
know
have
what?
to
I
see a
wouldn't
man's
let you
penis
see
you
it
just met, though?
Say it,
That
what?
comes from a place of toxicity. Your intent is not right. You just want to see it to compare me to other men.
No, because
If you want to see it to caress
a
it,
woman knows what
What
she
she-
like. Period.
okay, that's fine.
Okay, so
But is it fit?
so what?
So if he said if he want to feel it before he go forward, he knows what he like.
Well, then we just won't even go there. Then, okay.
What the hell?
See, hold on, we finna address this in a
now you
minute.
back-
We want
it's
the
just
energy.
No, I'm just
Then
no.
we won't. Yeah, come on, keep on.
Irma,
Keep
you
on coming.
cannot-
Keep
It
talking.
just-
Let
No,
Irma
I'm
keep
just
talking.
saying though.
It
Come on,
depends
y'all
on the
be
woman.
sitting out
So
the
listen,
pictures,
but
y'all
even
know
so,
don't
so
act.
let me say this. So even
This-
if you look at it and the size right or whatever, but you end up seeing that he ain't right. The size right, but he ain't right. I'm not worried
Yeah,
about
he
seeing that. I
know.
need
But see,
to
I'm gonna tell you,
see
I'm,
something else.
but let's just be real.
No.
For women that's like that, the first thing men think about is you a promiscuous woman, like you done had sex with a lot of men.
Well, you know what?
And she asked to
But
see it?
Yes,
let me say this.
You're
It's
gonna be
9 times out
labeled
of
as
10, it's the men that ask the women first. I
Understood.
just brought it up.
I understand, but I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
saying if that's
The men that ask women what?
your ball,
The man will ask a woman
see the
before a
picture?
woman will ask him to send a picture.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But it be the woman energy that we want to fuck the man before he even go there. Because we don't fuck unless y'all let us. So the woman, y'all already know whether you're gonna give it to him or not
We said
before
that
you even
yesterday,
go
we said
forward.
that
The
yesterday.
woman know. We feel y'all energy. We move all. Let me tell you something. This nigga ain't gonna
I
never
can only speak for
move on a
myself.
woman he don't think he can fuck.
I-
He ain't gonna even try because a
Gotcha.
woman. Man, a woman gives that energy to make him think that he can say certain things.
So that,
do certain things.
for sure.
Men know women that unapproachable. He ain't gonna say that bullshit or try that shit. He ain't gonna do it.
But if she get that vibe out to him, he know he was like, oh, but he finna go all the way in because he say, what? You
might get the vibe, but it ain't happening though. So it can be that way too, but at least you ain't gonna be nasty. But you might be like, nah.
I done had you come
But you ain't gonna be nasty with it. Some women can get that vibe off and ain't that shaky.
Say it, right.
Like
if you fuck him now, I know, but I can.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, like for me, like sex, like you can get sex anywhere. I'm more of an intimate. I'm about intimacy.
Right.
So with me, if I know that's all we finna do, you ain't finna get you gonna get that him.
Right.
But but if I know your intentions or what they supposed to be, just being perfectly honest, I'm gonna try to make that nigga wait it out.
Yeah.
We gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. That nigga can't wait no longer till he looking at me like,
right?
Because
you know what? Because you know what?
Run that man on.
But listen,
man, you know, run him off.
I'm gonna be
right. Your person.
I have never dealt with a man less than 5 years. Not a man that I'm dealing with that's intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Never. It ain't never been less than 5 years, and I ain't never screwed none of them super fast. None of that.
What's super fast?
Like 2-3 weeks and all that.
So what's your time frame?
Just been.
You don't experience to tell us.
I could be honest with you. It'll take about 5-6 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's a lot. That's a lot in Atlanta.
And why you can't wait though? Like, what's wrong with
waiting? See, that's the problem. I don't care nothing about that. Keeping somebody to hunch on, because she ain't getting nothing but that.
Yeah.
Nigga keep spending money on me.
Yeah.
But listen, and that's real.
So a man spending his money on you and y'all not intimate?
Man, let me tell you something. Intimate is totally different. How I get intimate is totally different from how a lot of women get intimate. So like, and that's just being honest. For somebody who's intentional, man, our first time, bro, that nigga gonna be ready to go get married. And I don't believe in marriage.
But listen, but what's the rush though? Because if you can fuck them on the first date, you can goddamn wait. I still can fuck them in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? What's the rush?
That's what
I got them right now.
Why can't you wait?
Yeah,
I really want to like a man.
I like you that much. I want to be one with you. I want to be intimate with you.
You think that's gonna make you one?
And
You don't know what I'm saying.
That's why we got all these broken ass homes.
No, but what I'm saying, y'all just asking the reason on why a man want to have sex. I don't want y'all to be tying it down to me personally.
No,
we just generally speaking. Yeah. A man that wants that's seeking to have sex with you, he wants that feeling. He wants to be one with you.
And I don't have no problem with that. But if he can't wait till I'm ready, because I can be honest, I don't sleep with men I don't like, right?
Yeah.
Because if otherwise, I could be a prostitute and sell it. You feel me? So if I know that the common goal for me and home is to actually be together and being something committed, yeah, that nigga gonna wait. Just like I'm waiting. You think I don't have sexual urges? I'm waiting too. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not trying to sleep with the enemy for one, because a lot of these folks in this world is sleeping with their own enemy every night. I'm not trying to do that. It's so much entailed into sex, man, and a lot of people don't really understand it. That's why my body count low. Because a lot of folks don't understand, man, that's why so many broken homes. Everybody looking for that feeling. But no, they go deeper than that. If the person that I have sex with, I'm in my late 40s and I can still get pregnant. You think I'm finna lay down with a nigga that I couldn't see? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's talking about get fixed. But no, what I'm saying is, if something happened, you think I want to be laying with somebody?
So listen, let me be honest. So my 20s, I'm just gonna say my 20s was totally different. You know what I'm saying? As far as where I am now. Now, I look at it like I don't want to just lay down with somebody like right away because I don't know who they've been with. I don't want them spirits and stuff attached to me. You know what I'm saying? Them strongholds and stuff like that. So I think different now. You know what I'm saying? To get to know somebody better. I don't want stuff attached to me that don't need to be.
I slept with 2 men in my 20s. A lot of women can't say that. I slept with 2 men and I got children with both of them niggas in my 20s. A lot of women can't speak that.
Do y'all think women are more naturally freakier than men?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
All you gotta think about that, Irma. Goddamn, you a Scorpio.
I
Man,
do.
Yeah, I do.
y'all play with y'allself way
It-
more than
it-
y'all
it-
start playing with
it
yourself way earlier than
depends
men.
on-
Let me give an
it
example.
depends.
Little girls,
Why you said that?
little girls are the one who I think that when you're younger, they the one who initiate the sex more than
Yeah,
men.
they introduce y'all to yeah.
But you think like I don't think like you said they play themselves way more than men, but I'm talking about like when they were younger.
They start out
No,
playing.
we
with
started out younger. Shit, I think we started out first. That's our first toy. Playing with yourself, but I'm telling you, you play with your mom. baby.
It
I don't remember.
depends.
I ain't started playing myself till I got a little open age though. For me, I think I was probably like 12. I was a late bloomer, but I like the girls though. I was in third grade. I know third grade I had a crush on these girls.
Yeah,
You know, and I had to kick her and mess with her. And,
Yeah.
yeah. She grew up. I wonder what she had too. Dang, man. Old
That's
Kim. Her name Kimberly.
She
Hey,
lives-
Kimberly, if you watching, Kimberly.
Not you remember.
It's been for about 42 years, but where you at, baby?
Hey, we gonna find her.
We're gonna find her. Oh, Kimberly. I
TikTok
wonder where
do your
she
thing.
at.
I think so. What? So when I be saying certain things, Shannon, about men and women, that I feel like if you get a woman who's serious about something, right? Let's say making a man wait. If she say, Shannon, you can't call me past 11 o'clock. If you call her past 11 o'clock and she never answer, what you gonna do if you really like her?
If I really like her, what I'm gonna do?
I'm gonna call before 11, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But the moment she allow you to start calling her at 1 or 2, all bets are off. If she stand her ground and don't answer that goddamn
Boundaries.
phone
Yeah.
Right.
and
Yeah.
make you call before 11 o'clock and you really like her, you gonna call before 11 o'clock.
That's
Absolutely.
right.
So that's why I say women hold the key. Men, we're gonna be men, bro. We're gonna be goddamn, got them vultures, animals. We're gonna do whatever we're gonna do because that's just who we are.
Mm-hmm.
But if that woman stand her ground and be who she is, she hold us in check. Cause we naturally gonna do what the fuck we wanna do.
Mm-hmm.
She gonna hold us in check.
Mm-hmm.
But if she don't, we're gonna be them wild animals that we are.
Mhm.
So
And that's why I be
basically-
saying that, because I think the onus fall on us. I think we the one who be breaking the trust most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We the one who don't have enough patience and sensitivity to make her understand us when we trying to get it. Cause oftentimes, man, we be ready to, man, she don't understand, I'm ready to go talk.
Right.
But if we exhibit, you know what I'm saying, we exude the patience and say, look, babe, I've been saying this to you for 2-3 months. Like, I need you to understand me.
Mm-hmm.
We get so frustrated, want to go out and fuck somebody else, deal with somebody else. But if we really want her and we try to make her understand us, who we are, no, I ain't saying I do that. I ain't been a hypocrite. I ain't saying I do this. I'm just saying I think
Right.
I think
Just
the
generally
problem
speaking.
falls on us, man, that we don't do it.
Right.
But see,
And
but
it
that's
makes the
hold on,
woman
we got one
feel.
question.
I just think
Like
it
you
falls
said,
on
what
us.
you said about the 90 days. Did the 90-day wait? Did that relationship last?
No, it didn't.
Why though? What
That's
happened?
what I'm trying to say. So it don't
Not-
even
not-
matter
not-
if
not
you wait
just gotta
90
go into
days or you wait 2
details.
days.
Right.
That mother can fuck the same night and be together forever.
Right.
That's very true. But
Okay.
if you're looking for that commitment,
It was
if you looking for this
it was
commitment that y'all
outside, but in
saying
that
y'all
situation,
want.
it was outside factors for me. When
Okay.
we were young, and then she had a mother living with
Outside
her, and
influences.
yeah, it was just a lot of other things going on where I just felt it would have been too overwhelming for me. I liked her, you know what I mean. She was,
Okay.
we was cool,
Okay.
we was together after that, you know what I'm saying, for a while, but
Yeah.
it was just a lot of outside things
Okay.
that
So-
kind of interject.
Y'all men have to have self-control too, and I'm gonna be honest with you, because women can be overbearing when it comes to that sexual urge too, because that's just what it is. But just being honest with you, you don't want to connect yourself to every woman that want to sleep with you.
Nah, for
You
real.
you
I
don't,
shouldn't.
and the realness of it is that's why people they'll like you'll hear certain things, and if you want that commitment, if you want what y'all say y'all want at the ages that y'all are,
Mhm.
man, make them hold it out.
Mm-hmm.
Hold it out. I
Mhm.
promise you, I much rather. It's kind of like you don't want to have to recover from certain things at our age.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to recover from that bullshit. You
Mhm.
just don't. So the way I look at it and the way you move around it, honestly, is to not build nothing off of sex.
Mm-hmm.
Let sex be a thank you. Oh, that was good. All right, we can do that again. But you don't build your foundation off that. Man, you'll have somebody you with, and you will have sex with them for 2 whole weeks every day for 2 whole weeks.
5-star said,
You can only imagine
find the true
after them 2
intentions by
weeks, the
waiting.
sometimes the woman get tired. I know.
That's
Yeah.
what so, yeah. She said you find the true what you say?
You find the true
True
intentions about waiting.
Yeah, if you wait, you find
But
true
also,
intentions.
you find, I think Shannon might have said it earlier, man. until the sex, until you move with somebody, you really know a person.
Oh, you got that.
When you stay with them in the sex,
That's the one. That's the one.
Yeah.
When you be able to move with that person, be with that person 24/7, y'all in that motherfucker all the time. That's when you know motherfucker. And I think, like, you remember that back in the day, they would say, I mean, my grandma used to be saying, like, hey, don't shack up with no woman. But then my grandma changed shit. When I got old, she changed her to, she's like, yeah, stay with her, see who you want to be with her. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to stay with that person and see who you want to be with. Man, you know, like you said, motherfucker might snow, might do this, you know, everything that's different. You know, then you get, and the whole vibe changes when you stand together.
Yeah.
Shannon, let me ask you this, Lab, Shannon and Chris. I want the ladies to answer it too, but I want to ask men. At what point do we develop emotional intelligence to discern that, yeah, this pussy is dangerous, this head is good, but she not for me as far as a relationship goes? At what point do y'all think that we can understand and differentiate the two overall? Not saying when you did it, when I did it, as men. Do y'all think that?
That's hard to say.
Because that's hard, man. Because there's some.
You could be 50 doing that same shit.
It's some demon pussy out here that is.
Demon pussy.
What makes it demon? What the hell is going on? What she do?
What's demon?
My definition of demon pussy, and I done admit this in my 40s. I ain't catch this in my 20s and 30s. I met a girl a while ago.
Yeah.
Then I had never had a girl that could squirt 10 times back to back. I think if I would have met that shit in my 20s, we'd have been together. That's some demon pussy.
So a squirter.
Demon pussy.
A squirter.
No. She gotta be active. Like, there's some women out here that love to have sex. Like, when they with you, like, I've been in a situation, demon pussy, where we always had sex. We had sex when we driving down 285, 75.
Yeah.
Like we were just sexual. We had sex before. It was just a fun girl.
Okay, I got you.
Like, she just. Like, yeah, I mean, it's just she was a nymph. In my opinion, she was a nympho. You see what I'm saying? It was chemistry there because we liked each other. You see what I'm saying? I like her, she like me. You know what I mean?
The realness of it, she might not have been like that with everybody.
But then she had a lot of. But yeah, true. But then, you know, what made it demon for me, or what made it toxic for me, was just it always be the outside factors. You know what I'm saying? The traumas of women having these crazy experiences growing up, you know what I'm saying? And they have this baggage. They be having baggage. And then, you know, it comes out, you know, when we disagree. You know, then some things, and it may be small, it may be minute, but you know, if you feel abandoned, or if you feel that this, that, and the third, some of these things that you are triggered from your childhood, it's gonna reveal. But see,
that's a whole part of you getting to know somebody before jumping in the bed. Because say for instance, this person that you say that's a nympho, she probably was molested, had some stuff done to her that formed her character for her to be that way. You know what I'm saying? She didn't choose it, it chose her. You see what I'm saying? But you not knowing or trying to get to know her, you didn't even know that about her until later on.
I mean, but I mean, all that is in the play. I mean, it's bigger picture. I know y'all getting bits and pieces, but definitely counseling was taught. For me personally, I'm an empath. Like, I'm not just a, you know what I'm saying? Like, I try to get to know you.
When's your birthday?
I'm a Pisces. You know what I'm saying? So I'm old, passionate old Pisces.
But like you said, I have talked to a lot of women, like, just talking, and they have man, goddamn, it's a lot that went on. Like, you be like, damn, right? None of that shit happened to me.
And then you don't find this out about 2-3 years in.
But see, that, like she's saying, because we ain't talked about that.
And then guys say she's drama and stuff like that. That's her story though. It's drama to you, but it's her story and something that she carrying with her. You know what I'm saying?
But it comes drama because it's like a consistent with multiple women. Like, this ain't no isolated event with just one woman or two women. Yeah. Like, it's coming along with most women. You said what? Say it again.
That's why you shouldn't jump in the bed right away.
No, it ain't about jumping in the bed. I'm just saying when you learning a person. You know what I mean? All my relationship been long term. Every relationship I've been in been over 5-6 years.
See, that's what I'm saying. When you out here, when you dealing,
I'm a relationship guy. Yeah. Okay. I don't have sex with a lot of coochie. I have sex with one coochie a lot of times.
Exactly. But look, that leads me back to this. So why are body counts so important? Now, if you got this one coochie that you are into 1,000 times,
I wish I could be like that. I wish I could be like Shannon.
Why body count matter so much?
It don't matter.
It ain't the body count that matter. I'm gonna tell you what. Like, Shannon relationship guys. So Shannon seemed like he might. So the shit I might see that I might be want to deviate from, Shannon might be like, No, that ain't a big deal to me. You know what I'm saying? What's a big deal to me? Not gonna be a big deal because he's a relationship guy. Me, I see some shit that Gemini me be like, I'm out of there in a week. I'm out of there in a week or two. If I see some shit, I'm like, nah. Only because I look at women in my family, my friends, and be like, oh, that flaw right there, she ain't gonna be able to change that. I got a flaw that I ain't gonna never be able to change. Whatever. I'm just saying.
We all got flaws.
I look at it and be like, oh, she ain't gonna be able to change that because I think, like for me, it might be a character issue. But I might not find out till we done slept together. Or I might fuck girl and be like, damn, that if right, or the pussy might smell, it might not be. I might be like, oh, I can't deal with her. Or the sex, like even, it's crazy because Gemini, I see why people don't like us further, right?
Yeah.
Man, my ex is Gemini.
We can feel you and like you. The
Oh,
moment we
okay,
fuck
so
you,
yeah.
we don't like you.
On and off you. I hate that about me.
on and
On and
off.
off.
Hey, damn.
Be on and
Why
on.
you
Yeah.
acting like that to me? You good? We good?
Oh, yeah, Gemini.
Yeah.
He a Gemini too.
And
All
then when
all
it,
three of
yeah,
them
Gemini.
Gemini.
On
She's
and off.
Scorpio, and I'm an Aries.
and then as you don't
right.
like her no more, you might meet another girl, you done slept with her. So that ain't like the body count. You ain't saying that. You ain't saying that about the body count matter. What you mean? Like we asking you how many
Asking
girls
you
you
why
slept
does
with?
it matter?
Yeah, why does it matter? Because if you,
Oh, I ain't
if-
never asked a girl how many niggas she slept with.
No,
I ain't
it
never
does
asked that in
matter
my
because
life.
I don't know that. I
it
ain't
develops
never-
it develops the person who she is to me.
Especially
You know what I'm
if I
saying?
don't have been in a relationship
But
with
her
you.
number ain't gonna
Yeah.
never be higher than
I
mine.
don't wanna know that.
I done done some slutty shit. Her number ain't gonna never be higher than mine. She ain't gonna never be done the stuff that I've done. So I don't want to know.
I wouldn't want to know either.
I don't want to know.
I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, it does develop her character. You know what I mean? Like
It does matter.
It matter, lad.
It matters.
But lad, but
I
hold
have
on,
a different
lad.
perspective though. You know, I was married at 17. I was
I
married
was
for
going to say,
25
lad,
years,
your
so
body count.
I
You
can't-
you ain't no whore type of guy.
Right.
So you
right.
wanna, I mean, you want a
My
decent
body
wholesome
count
woman.
is
I
one
got it.
hand. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
so you want a decent wholesome. I got you,
Yeah.
man. Yeah. See, whores don't care. Whores don't care.
so what's considered a whore though?
That-
What's considered a whore
Like-
after your both hands?
Now,
I think
to
for a
me-
man, bro.
Well, what's considered promiscuous?
I think for a man, to be honest with you, I think we are whores by the way we go at the pussy. And if your account is over 200 and you in the
200?
40s, yeah, I think
200's a lot.
50 is a lot. 50 names is a lot.
200.
50 names is a lot,
man,
bro.
I'm talking for a man.
50
200
names is a
super
lot.
whore.
20 names is a lot.
That's a lot for a man.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Bro, you ain't gonna never get married. It's over with.
That's
You might as well
200
just stay a
super
whore.
lot.
Just hold it out for
It
the
ain't
rest
even
of your
200
life.
names on that board.
On all three boards.
I don't feel my face. I know I say my face, but sometimes here's the thing though, Fredo, like the problem I battle with, that's being totally honest, is that my first time catching a nut was from a woman who smoked drugs. It was
Woman, what?
You raised my nigga in the head for the
I didn't hear
James.
you.
Yeah, you from the
That's
James.
what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Being real, that's what I'm saying. It was transactional.
Yeah.
She made me come out giving me head, right? So people don't understand, like, I know now at 47, might be 48, that high right there, I've been chasing that.
Chasing that.
Yeah.
That head was so good. I don't care how many girls who had, boom, the hips were good. Like when I was 6, I was molested by a woman who said I was so bad. She babysit me. She said I was so bad, jumping down the bed. She tongue kissed me. Like, no, I'm saying she ain't have semen on that. She tongue kissed me. So for me, I'm passionate. I love kissing because that's what she did to me. I love fucking kissing. I can kiss a bitch for 4 hours. We ain't even fuck. I can just kiss what I'm saying. So for
Me
those
too.
things
That
that
was
happened to me,
relationship.
I think it turned me out because for sex, for me, I think it's all transactional. It ain't
Yeah.
it's transactional, and that's how I was turned out on it.
We don't-
So
we
that
talk about it all the
so
time.
that spirit, you know what I'm saying, is on me, and I don't think, you know what I'm saying, like that spirit that's on me, and I just like I could have the best pussy head of my life in that moment. I'll still go to this goddamn phone
And go
and
find
be
you something
and
else.
I go find something else, man. And that's when I realized it's all of it.
Right. Right.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can be
But
dead
you know
ass
what?
satisfied and
What
be like, oh.
causes that? Like, what? Why?
I think because I had sex with the lady who,
So you think you had sex too young?
fuck yeah, I was fucking 11 and she was a grown
So
woman that
you
was
feel like
friends
you
with
was
my
exposed
mom.
to it too early?
You know that-
That type of pussy?
Ask
Fuck
men,
yeah.
ask men how old was she?
Uh-huh.
She was
That first go round and
She
you will
probably
see how many of them
grown.
been
How old was
essayed,
she?
and you will understand.
How old was
Now, you know what?
11 years old supposed to have that
Just
type of
call that having sex with
No
older
damn
folks.
baby
so this is my
sitters.
perspective.
I know
Hold on.
everybody say the
Right.
baby sitter. Them
I'm
baby
supposed to meet that type of
boy.
pussy in my 20s or 30s. You don't meet that at your
Oh,
fucking
wow.
10, 11.
Yeah, because it
Ooh,
messes
that
with
type
your
of pussy
mental.
in the head? No.
I think a lot of men of today, they
No.
are functional. They operate in depression,
Mhm.
functional depression. Like they, you know, a lot
They
of men
don't
are
know it.
depressed.
They don't know
And,
it.
and they're not either, you know, they're just seeking validation. So, you know,
Yeah.
having sex with multiple women will keep their whatever
Yeah.
sane. That's
That's
what's keeping
their-
them
that's
sane.
their
That's
drug.
that's
You're
what's
right,
keeping
you're
them
right.
feeling
That's
like
a
they
drug. That's a drug.
Yeah.
they are
Yeah.
somebody. You know what I'm saying? This
Mhm.
girl having sex with me, I got shit.
We don't know his depression. You're
Right.
right.
But
You
see,
know?
this goes back to what I said before. This is your story. This is stuff that you've been through, you know what I'm saying, from your childhood and stuff that you still to this day. This is formed and shaped your
Recovering from.
character.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about earlier with females.
Yeah.
Same thing with males.
Right.
Same thing.
That's why
I've been in a
a
relationship.
woman shouldn't jump into bed with you. If she like you and she sincerely like you, then she would work through that. She would try to
No, yeah.
That's
you know,
when we go back to that trust and having
learn
those
you
real
and decide if that's
conversations.
if you are someone that she would be able to deal with. Like, have you actually told a woman that you like that you slept with 200 women?
Ooh, child.
Well,
No.
I just said I ain't never told but 2 people in the world what my real number is.
Mhm.
I was judged by one, and that's why I said I never do it again.
But guess what though? Do you desire to be married one day? You desire to have a wife?
I do, but I don't think that's something we never need to talk about though. If we together, I don't think she gonna be able to unsee it if she really knows.
You ain't got to necessarily
Oh,
talk
you saying,
about
oh,
your
you saying
number.
you don't want to tell her the number if that's
Yeah.
the woman you want to marry.
Now you don't have to
Yeah.
necessarily tell a
Cause-
woman your number.
Yeah,
Like
I see.
women in their mind, they already know how they feel about certain things, but you do have to share your insecurities and what you know you trying to work through with somebody you trying to be in a relationship with.
Right.
Because it's unfair not to release that information to them and y'all trying to be together, and then one day some. You know
Y'all
what
the
I'm saying?
first group I've ever heard say 200 a lot for men that's pushing 50 though. I never heard no women and men. Y'all said that's a lot. I never heard that for like 200 is a lot.
But you know what?
I'm not going to talk about that. 'cause I don't want to-
Yeah.
'cause my shit is
But I'm just gonna be honest though. This is not saying that. In 1995, me and my friends as teenagers were having bet who could sleep the most girls. And when
Yeah.
so in 1998 when I went to college, my number was like 117. My freshman year, 117.
That's crazy.
No,
Now,
no,
now,
my
now,
son is
move,
7.
Now, move. Now, yeah, you going to tell me now. Before you went to college, you fucked with 117 girls.
I promise you, I can believe it. Let me
I
tell
don't
you
think that,
something.
bro. I ain't even knocking you.
No,
I ain't even
I
knocking
can
you,
believe
bro.
that when my
Nah, 'cause
friends,
I need
no,
117 girls. You know
when
in
my
Atlanta.
friends,
Hey.
Going on the west side.
Hey.
You think- So you've been
Chris.
telling me,
Hey,
huh?
there was a lot of
you ain't
stuff
heard this
going on in the
conversation?
projects. Let me just
You
say
ain't heard this
this.
conversation?
Nah,
The
I
There
nigga
was
got
a
a full
lot
mouth.
It was a lot going on in the projects.
I ain't knocking. If you sitting at the couch,
Your number one that happened because you got married early, so imagine you didn't get married. Let that be honest. In the drug era we grew up in, imagine when girls would get nigga pussy because they thought they looked good, they dressed nice. Nigga, you have to do none of that shit back then.
Yeah.
Ain't no impressing with nothing.
yeah.
I believe. I believe
No, I'm not
because
saying
I'm a
the
relationship
pussy
guy,
was
and I
there,
still
though.
have a.
Right, that's
it
what I'm
ain't
saying.
as high as your number.
But imagine though,
But-
Shannon, if
'cause
you
a lot
went
of
with
people-
this girl for 5
No,
years,
no,
in
no.
5 years,
No,
Shannon.
no,
Imagine
no,
if you was
no,
intentionally
no,
trying to
no,
fuck girls
shit,
and you went in a
just
Yeah,
relationship.
yeah, exactly.
So
I can
imagine
see
what
how
it
that
would've
would be.
been. That's
yeah,
what I'm saying,
I can
though.
see
No,
that.
I ain't saying.
I'm just saying,
I ain't
because
saying
women
you
don't like
never,
a, no, I'm saying, an attractive guy who dressed nice and intelligent. That's gonna get you the pussy for anything. Even now, in the world we live in, where we these women want this and that. But that's still
I gotta
lane.
convince women I'm not in a relationship.
That's what I'm saying.
I gotta convince women I'm not in a relationship.
But this is-
I wasn't knocking
Shit
what you
crazy.
saying, but that's a lot.
It
That's a lot
is.
for you to be 17, 18.
Let me tell you something though. My friends
I
were
got
going
I
on.
graduated high school at 16.
It was a lot going on in the projects, and I'm gonna be
Right, and
honest with you. When my friend gave me her number, her number when we had to be like 21, 22. I was just starting out having sex and having children.
Hey, man.
When she told me what she was, first of all, she already had 2 kids. Then let's start that she already had 2 kids. But when she told me a lot of the stuff, I'm like, we 21, 22, and you already at 60, 70.
I'm telling you, and I used to mess with this girl. I'm trying to tell you.
Like
I'm telling you.
and just being honest with you, you got to do like the
That
song
shit.
say, you got to multiply that shit times 3.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I get, cause I'm just saying that.
No,
I'm just
it's
saying
real.
that when we was that age, right? Okay, we were most having girlfriends and shit like that. So
See, not me, though. That's what I'm
we
saying.
not
Not me.
So I'm saying I'm just saying I don't
Girlfriend,
know.
I'm
That
telling
seems so
you.
that seems so here. We was having girlfriends and shit at 15, 16 years old. And I don't know. I'm probably not like 20 motherfuckers.
I had my girlfriend until I got married, Christian, 2009. That was my first girlfriend.
Huh?
I wasn't having girlfriends. I'm telling you, 2009, I got married. I wasn't having no girlfriends.
Even
then, though,
I believe in college. I believe he could have had that number, especially going to college.
I said before.
Because when I got to
when
college,
he got there, that's where he was.
man,
at,
college was easy. Cause this is
117.
no lie. I was getting pussy in college because I was from Atlanta. You gotta think we coming off Freaknik. Oh, this boy here from Atlanta. Oh, he talks so country. Man, girls in Baltimore was giving me pussy that's called from Atlanta. I'm just being real with you.
Yeah.
But then when
I went to school in Ohio.
that's what I'm saying though. So imagine the nights that you were chilling and didn't want no pussy that you could have got it. That's what I'm saying though.
I know that.
You know what I'm saying? No, to me being a Gemini, I'm a night owl. I'm all night. I want it every night. I want it every night. Every time I get it, I want it.
Yeah.
Because like you say though, there was a part of me that was depressed that I didn't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There was me had never grieved for my grandmother. I never, you know what I'm saying, grieved. You know what I'm saying? Never been alone. So them four walls were closing in on me in college.
You were being validated. Your ego was being validated by sleeping with
No, it
them.
wasn't validated. No, it was me. Didn't want to be alive. Never been alone, bro. When I graduated high school, I spent like my friends every night. They friend how like I ain't want to. So me being alone, had to deal with my grandmother death and other stuff that was it's causing me that I wanted some pussy instead of feeling that that pain, that loneliness and sadness.
Right.
So it wasn't that me want to fuck to say
No, it was more so like a medicine for you.
That's what it is, bro.
Therapy.
It ain't never a pat on the back. It's the medicine and the therapy. That's all it is for real though. Because
I got coming right here.
you know what I'm saying? When that Jones hit me, bro, I go get it. No,
Right.
I'm being honest with you. That's why I be going where I be going. When that Jones hit me.
Look, bro.
I'm being honest with you. I'm just saying that Jones hit me.
Check this out. Somebody like Bam said he say 200 easily. So he said 200 easily. So we got another comment.
I never heard no man say that's what I'm like.
Kip said,
she
said if the woman is into you, she won't worry about the body count.
What's up with your face?
Most women don't.
See her facial expression just tell everything.
What's up with your face? Let's discuss that face. How you feel? No, because we want to know how you feel. How you feel hearing this information? Hold on. How do you feel?
Man, I'm not gonna hear this. Y'all be telling me that shit. Say it in the microphone, nigga. Say it in the microphone, nigga. Why you can't do it?
Yeah.
That's what Shannon be telling me about your mother. What Chris had told me was, I'ma say it. He said his body count. He said his real body count is 305. And he don't want women to judge him. He said his body count is 305.
Well, you pay how you weigh on him, man.
I ain't saying that.
He said it.
I'm saying I can't just be assessing my character because I'm talking about cheating and all that shit because I was in a relationship early in life and got married. And that didn't stop what I did. You know what I'm saying? So
imagine if you was imagine if you didn't have to be sneaky and be careful. That's what I'm saying though. It get up there without you even trying to get up there. It just so happen. You know what I'm saying? We were teams. We made a bet. Like we made a bet. Like don't tell them how the wood was. Like we made a bet. And then when I made the bet, I got to college. I just kept killing them with that. Like, I never knew that it was so easy. You know, to get sex, and then college where I learned that women went through a lot of shit, and I started paying attention to women. And like, hold on, let me slow down from just trying to fuck her, and then it fucked me up. No, so then when women would tell me stuff, I didn't want to get the normal hit no, because the girl told me, cause I'm not the type of nigga that you can say choke me and pull my hair out. I love pussy. I do want to fucking make love. I don't be with all that choking and pulling the hair out. But a girl told me that the preacher at the church, like the way he raped her, it made her calm. She said it was her first time coming. She said, please don't judge me, but I like to have sex this way because it made me calm. And discussing that it was, she said it trembled her body and she came so hard that the only way she liked to have sex is to be choked. Because that was her first time having sex, getting raped like that. And I stopped wanting to get to know girls. And I'm like, man, this shit depressing right here, man. There's a lot of women that got some real bad stories. And like he said, I'm a him. You know what I'm saying? Gemini, we care about motherfuckers. I don't want that shit on me. Like, damn, that's how you been treated.
So listen, fellas. Check this out, fellas. So we talking about body count. Would it matter what you wanted to do? Would you ask her?
Nah, I ain't asking. I don't care about body count.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, that thing popped back anyway. So you ain't if a baby come out of her, you ain't don't worry about it. So the body count shouldn't matter.
No, you made me feel like I was the only one.
Well, I mean, you somebody may ask, but you always going to assume they're lying anyway. So why even bother? Your
I
natural
don't
instinct is to think
disturb
that
my
they're
own
going to
peace.
lie to you
So I ain't
about the
asking
body
shit.
count. So why would you even ask? You get what I'm
Would
saying?
you want to know if she used to sell the pussy as a prostitute? Would you want to know if she used to?
Oh, most
I
definitely, I
definitely
want to
want
know
to know
that.
that.
I want to know
Yeah,
that.
that's
want to know
different.
that.
Yeah.
I want to know
Now,
that.
that's
Again,
different.
she's not
That's
going to
different.
tell you
That's-
this. If she likes
no.
you and then
Yeah,
wants to
oh,
build a
let
relationship
me
with you,
tell you
she's
something.
not going to tell you no matter how you ask.
It's a lot of women
Oh, yeah,
that
you
will,
right.
and you know why they will? Like she just said, that's their story. You think a lot? Just being honest with you, I know some women that's been on hoe strolls, and the men that I know more hoes married than women that's not hoes. Honestly,
But say sometimes
I
I'm
know
saying,
way more hoes.
I'm saying like this. If she gotta do what she gotta do to pay her bills, take care of her family, I ain't got no, you know what I'm saying. But you just selling pussy just to be selling pussy.
But see, y'all don't see. I'm gonna tell you
What you
something.
mean?
Yeah.
Selling pussy just to be selling pussy. That's your job.
Nobody does that.
No, but
Your
listen,
job. Your
Yeah.
property.
y'all can't diminish
If
that.
y'all
Listen,
make
man,
it
y'all
transactional,
diminishing.
keep it transactional.
Y'all diminishing the
No, I'm
profession that's
saying-
going
no, I was
on.
saying-
Women, the reason women are more hoes are married because those women know how they learn men. They know how
That's
to
right. They know
appease
how
a
to make you
man.
feel. That's
Right,
my
they-
point exactly.
So that's why they're married because
And
they're
that's-
appeasing
Let me tell
their
you
man.
something. That's perfectly fine. But don't get mad at your woman for being who the hell she is, though. You understand what I'm saying? You know how she making you feel. She done told you the truth. Don't get mad for her being who she is. So
Right.
many women deal
That's
with
why it's
abuse.
hard for me. I ain't gonna, and you know what?
from
If for that very reason right there is the reason why I don't really date a lot of women from Atlanta. Most
Man,
women
you
I
better
date
get your ass
no,
one
but
from
but
Atlanta.
that's my reasoning. My reasoning is so
Everybody
if I go anywhere, I'm not in Chicago or LA where she from. Ain't nobody gonna be able to say
Let me
they
tell
don't
you
put their
something.
hand. If I'm when
Let
I
me
walk,
tell you something. I'm from Chicago.
I understand, and she might have been the biggest freak in Chicago. I don't care.
I would
Born
hardly
and raised in
ever.
Chicago.
When she in Atlanta, she got a clean.
Well,
slate.
don't go back to
But
Chicago.
it's hard to
I'm not
know
going
a
to
man that
Chicago.
ain't from Atlanta. To be honest with you, cause who the fuck you running from? I got too many questions for a nigga that ain't from here. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
No,
what
but
brought
Atlanta-
you here? Why are you here? What brought your ass here?
What you mean? What brought him here? It's
I
a
need
lot.
to know.
Atlanta is the mecca.
And niggas, you
Atlanta-
running from some. You
Nah,
feel
he's
what I'm
trying to
saying?
trying to elevate. He's trying to grow.
But a lot of them niggas dirty.
It's best to know a person that make it know somebody. You know somebody that knows
You
somebody.
goddamn
You know
right.
what I'm saying? Because you like even with the shit we talking about with the selling the prostitutes. You say, man, you know, a girl be a prostitute back in goddamn '95.
Somebody know
You
her.
know what I'm saying? You know somebody
Get
know
what?
you, and you around them over kissing and hugging them over. She'll suck 100,000 dicks. You know what I'm saying? So it just,
And it ain't gonna matter.
But you know what? It's so funny
Ain't
that
gonna
you
matter.
say that, Chris. Like you saying like you would want to mess with nobody. You would want to know if she was a prostitute and stuff like that. Listen, modern day prostitution. They goddamn niggas goddamn spending money on them, getting their hair done, their nails done, and shit like that. The shit is about the same fucking thing. They do that. It's modern day prostitution. That ass for real. You know what I'm saying? It's transactional.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you make it transactional, keep it transactional.
Yeah.
What you say, her?
Leave the $40 on the dress.
Yeah.
I mean,
$40.
Get your nail done. They just said just for little stuff or whatever. It's the same thing.
It's $200 now. It's
I've been
$200.
overpaying. I've been overpaying.
Two for churches, goddamn.
And some women ain't that but a 3.5 and some Outback.
I told my son, let me tell you
Oh,
something.
we
If it's
we
free,
been paying for pussy.
it ain't for
Yeah.
you.
that's right.
Leave it where it's at.
Mhm.
If a man that wants some free under yonder, it's something coming with it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. You think you getting it for free? It really ain't for
It
free.
ain't for free.
But okay, so then what we got to do? Like me personally, I feel like we have to educate our kids,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
I hold
we
my
gotta
son to the same standards I hold my
we
daughter.
gotta let
But
them
you
know that
gotta
they can't be
educate
like
them
us.
early.
Yeah, you got to.
Earlier
We don't do that. We don't really talk about. We used to have the birds and the bee talking this, that,
No,
and the
you
third,
can't
but it's
talk
deeper
like
than that.
that.
You know what I
See,
mean?
now that's
'Cause
because
I'ma
we
tell
got
y'all-
so many outside interferences. We got the internet. See, when
My
we
son-
grew up, this one, what we didn't have no internet.
And they raising these
Uh-huh.
folks.
Mhm.
These folk got access to all kind of information, man. I just somebody said I posted on my Instagram too. A lady working at a clinic within the last 3 months have diagnosed teenagers and children under the age of 21 at least 50 cases with HIV.
Mhm. That's
You know how disturbing that is out here raising young adults.
Because you know they fluid now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody having sex with everybody. The boy having sex with the boys, and the boy having sex with the girl. Same boy having sex with the girl. The girl.
Yeah.
It ain't no distinction like it was with us when we was growing up. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody is together now. The straights and the homosexuals are all together now.
Right. That's what I was telling you. Me and Kim was right on who I was telling her. I said it was taboo back when we was growing up.
Yes.
To even get some head.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Did your girlfriend wasn't giving you no head in the early 90s? No. 80s, they wasn't giving you no head.
When they started?
Shit.
After
the Olympics, when the women from out of town started coming, it started selling y'all. Hold on.
Them girls in Boy Home would get head out there.
Hey, them girls on the west side of Chicago.
Cause we weren't mature enough to know, but I was just going straight get in the pussy and fucking that. We didn't know about the whole thing of that, you know what I'm saying? They started even like eating pussy. We weren't thinking about eating no pussy. Like, nah, we ain't eat no pussy. But you like, boy, you eat pussy? Hell nah, nigga.
Man, a lot of they be lying.
They say they spitting each other's mouths now.
I was eating pussy in 10th grade. I lied all the way up to 12th grade.
Hold on, what made you start that early,
I
bro?
don't know, man.
You
I just started.
You got some love. That nigga said, I know you a lover boy, man.
I was eating pussy in 10th grade. I still remember her name and everything. I know my first. I remember my first one. Yeah.
But you know what? I agree with you. It is important for us to make sure our kids and everybody know about sex.
Yeah.
Talk to them no matter what. Cause like I say, they're gonna hear it in the street. They see it on the internet the whole night. I told my daughter, and her friend one time, there's 2 doors. This room is packed over here with the guys that's interested. Room wall to wall, niggas in there. And this door right here, probably about 2-3 niggas that's qualified. Do the math. You know what I'm saying? I remember them time. My room was full of niggas that just want to just look good, this, that, and the other, blah, blah. But as far as
I know they were on your ass.
you so crazy. Thank you, boo. but the qualified room, those about the real qualified men, 2-3 of them in there. Guess what I still did? Pick this damn door.
I was about to say,
over
but
here.
you know,
I picked this damn door over here.
so that's why I want to. Most women are going to pick that door. They want that excitement. They don't want that as a boring person who graduated high school at 15, college at 16, and married at 17. A lot of times, and was married for 25 years. I was married for 25 years.
That's a whole other segment,
But
right there.
the boring person is generally the person that they don't see any excitement in, or because they can't see the long game. They can't see the future that this guy's gonna have a job, he's gonna have a career, he's gonna be able to take care of my kids and my family and the family unit all together. But the guy that looks good, maybe 6'2", you know what I'm saying, do all the good, all look good that every woman wants. It's a challenge for them because he's not really paying attention to you. And for some reason, for some women, that's a turn on, not to be paid attention to, it's a challenge to get this guy. I'm gonna get him no matter what. And then the guy that's qualified is finding other women, and then it's too late. And then he may be finding women that's not qualified because he, you know what I'm saying, it's just how it goes.
See, that come back to we just gotta find our tribe. Like if you born, find you a woman that's born, so y'all can be born together. If you like what you like, find your tribe and your community. Nah, I don't think so. Honestly, at this big age, we gotta have more in common than we opposite. The opposite is what's gonna push us apart.
Yeah, and respect the differences. I love on the similarities and respect the differences. My thing is, you ain't gonna find no perfect fit.
No, you ain't gonna be no perfect fit, but I'm gonna
perfect person. Period.
But what I'm saying, y'all gotta have commonality. Y'all gotta share the same values, share the same morals.
But you have to also respect the differences. I can't expect for you to be raised like I've been raised. But I'm
gonna find a woman that's raised like I was raised.
This is what I'm saying. Even if she is, it's still going to be certain things that y'all will not have alike. So when you respect those differences and the differences are tolerable, it makes a difference. Because like I said, it's not a cookie cutter type situation.
Right.
We 50, and to be perfectly honest with you, a lot of us are set in our ways. I don't believe in no shit like that, but a lot of people do. A lot of people are set in their ways. I ain't changing this, I ain't doing that. But at the end of the day, if you want that committed person, that person that you feel like y'all can make it through whatever together, it's gonna take that trust, it's gonna take that unity, and it's gonna have to take those hard conversations.
Commonality.
Definitely. No, seriously. Commonality is important.
I can't be on no health kick and she over here frying pork chop when I come home. Like it ain't gonna
And you
work.
know what's so crazy? Even like back in the day, like in high school,
True.
I would never do this again. But like in high school, I would run over the lame ass niggas. For me, I would run over them. They could be the nice boys, this, that, and the other. I'm used to
yeah,
drug dealer, somebody street hood and all this stuff. So I did mess over some guys. They were good guys. I'm not gonna say like they were good guys. So I just learned, like, as I started to grow and stuff, I would never do that to them again because they didn't deserve that. Because that in turn makes them not want to mess with, you know what I'm saying, certain women and stuff like that because they feel like they're going to be done like that again. So I just choose my lane and I stay in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to run over nobody like that just because they, you know what I'm saying, this certain way.
That's why I always feel like when you in a relationship, you start getting, we got to have grace with one another because we've all been broken. You see what I'm saying? It's like we so much of individuals now.
Right.
Like we don't even understand. We're not even showing empathy to a person. It's about, okay, you just did that. I don't even want to mess with you. Like you got to have empathy for the person. Like Mona, like it's some things that men have gone through. It's some things that women have gone through. Yeah, we got to show, and we don't do that. The first little thing or the first little we out. Like, hey,
but that's why nobody don't like sharing their story. Just say, for instance, for him, don't like sharing their story or telling their truth because damn, you're gonna be judged. You remember saying one person judged you, so you're like, shit, I ain't telling nobody else nothing else.
And you're right because I found out my truth that's came probably beginning of the year. I done realized that I'm not gonna participate in the Atlanta dating scene no more. Right? I went out with a girl. It what really broke me up. I went out with a girl. For her birthday, the tab came up to like $191. She had all the food and the drinks. Of course, it's her birthday. But she had like, you know what I'm saying, it was normal. Like, damn, that's cool. We ain't have no sex after no net. Like, okay, cool. All right, I'll see you later. I said, oh. You know what I'm saying? With these niggas, you know what I'm saying? No, so you got people parking there, what, drinks high, food high. And if I'm messing around with multiple women, that gets expensive.
Yeah.
So I said, I'd rather not deal with nobody here, serious, don't even date here. Take my loving ass to Colombia and deal with what I like doing. That's being real. I'm dealing with a different woman.
Armor in that face.
So you saying that the women over there don't require much?
They appreciate what's
$40.
They appreciate
$40. Hold on, listen what I'm saying.
They're not from our culture.
It's this girl that I met, right?
From our culture. So
listen, it's this girl that I met. Kim, it's this girl I met, y'all.
Well, we're gonna continue talking.
Very loving, very supportive, would be an ideal wife for me here. Her family rent, 5 of them live in a house. I went to visit them. Their family rent is $150 a month. That's what it costs. $150 a month, right? Very loving family. Daughter is everything that I wish I had here, but I can't find that here. So
what does she possess that you can't find here?
Oh, there's morals and values. The way she value a man, the way she was raised, and the way she looked on how to treat a man. Like the way she looked, like the cook, like.
See,
every time I go there,
a woman would see that as a docile slave. She just
submissive.
Every time I arrive, right, guess who there? Her mama, her daddy, her daughter, and her with the balloons and stuff say, welcome home, Poppy. That's what they do for me when I arrive there. Because I appreciate that $150 a month, right?
Attention.
No.
Yes.
Listen, no. It's not the attention, that's what I'm saying. It's the appreciation. Like, cause get what? Get what though? As a Gemini, we're gonna shut off our back and we don't keep count what the fuck we done gave them, motherfucker. I don't care. But get what? They respect that $150 that I helped them with every month. And gave, you know what I'm saying? They're making sure
that's
that.
Their appreciation to you.
Yeah.
I got it.
Oh, no, I don't need that from no woman because guess what?
Right.
I ain't never had a woman do nothing in my life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Outside of my friends and my mama. I ain't never had a girl I fuck do that because it ain't never been a serious situation for her to do that. So I ain't knocking women for that. Yeah. I ain't never really gave a woman, you know what I'm saying, a reason to do all that because we ain't never had that real serious going on. You know what I'm saying? I always been the one that people look up to and say, hey, you know, Shannon, can you introduce me to, you know what I'm saying, Crystal, I need help with this, that, and the third, I need help to get my bills paid. So I always been the person that had the resources to help people. So I ain't never needed that from a woman except for the sex that I wanted, right?
True, so he was surprised. He would be surprised when I would pay for something. I'm like, man, I got this. He'd be like, what?
Yeah, I never care. So the girl there is like, hey, when I get there, right? Guess what she say? When I'm out with her, people trying to sell me something. Hey, that ain't worth it. Don't pay that. Hey, Hey, know what I'm saying? She speak that Spanish talk. Hey, he try to say it's Mississippi $4. Hey, no, I'm saying, hey, babe, I got it for you for 15. Hey, we go out. Hey, baby, when you come here, you don't go out like my family will cook for you every day. Like they wouldn't do everything besides brush my goddamn teeth. I'm talking about, hey, no, I'm being serious.
And the women here don't do that. The black women here in America, they're not doing that for you.
And see, here's the thing, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't require it because my mama made me her slave when I was a kid. I had to wash her tub out, goddamn wash and fold clothes. I do all that. I've been sleeping my whole life, so I do all that.
Right.
But it feels good to have somebody to do it.
Right.
But I don't need to get her to require to do that. No.
Right. You want her to just do
I'm gonna do all that.
Yeah, right.
I just want her to bring the morals and values to the table. No, if I call her at 4 in the morning, say, babe, I need you to send out this email. I need you to do this and the third. I need her to do like administrative shit for me. That's what I need a girl for you know what I'm saying, for me. You know what I'm saying? Here in America, you know what I'm saying? I do a lot of business. I need you to do some shit. Hey, can you go Secretary of State create this company real quick? I don't need the cooking in the clinic. I'm gonna do that for her. If Kim work, if I get home before her, get what? I'm finna cook and get some shit in order. I see it need to be there. I'm gonna wash them dishes. I'm gonna wash and fold the clothes. I call and say, baby, you gonna wash these panties. You know what I'm saying? Some women be, you know what I'm saying, they'd be a little funny about it. But I'm gonna answer. But I do all that because my mama raised me like that. I do all of that, so I don't require that. But I'm not saying the shit they doing, it's like, oh god damn, like that's different. I've never had that from a woman, but I don't require that. I don't really, I'm saying, but I'm like, oh shit, this shit nice to have though. See, you've been in a relationship, you probably done had it. I ain't never had it, bro. Like when I was married, I ain't gonna lie, my daughter mom is that. Right. That's why I don't bash women to say, you know what I'm saying, women don't do this and do that because I've never been that lover type to receive that from a woman.
So check this out.
I don't never speak on that.
Most women aren't initiators. Most women are a reflection of you, right? What you give her, she bring it back tenfold.
No, I'm not saying.
So if you
I've learned that I love to go over there, and I think part of me is that because I'm a whore, I like fucking with whores. I just think that's what it is.
That might be y'all commonality.
No, that's what I'm saying. I just think I just like fucking with whores.
I got a question. So listen. So cause we go back to talking about this, okay? So y'all, we say about relationships. So each one of us, okay, I don't know everybody's style. Well, I do know. You ain't never been married. Shannon never been married. You ever been married, don't you?
I've been married.
Oh, you're married. Okay.
I don't propose to somebody before.
Yeah. I'm saying, so do we think
You wasn't no sucker, man.
Hey, man, listen. Do you think a marriage?
Do that African matter?
Right. That was my question.
Listen, though, you're crazy. Listen though, but you think I'm just saying? I ain't saying about like. Do we think that because we was raised over here, like you said, over that in that country, right? We was raised to go to school, get a job, get married, house and picket fence. You know what I'm saying? But most time marriages don't be the end all. Don't be, you know what I'm saying? Like most marriages, I'm divorced. You divorced. You know what I'm saying? You divorced. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? She said happily. Don't do my partner like that. And then what I'm just saying, you know, and I don't know what your situation was.
That's how I was taught, Chris. That's like when I first started going to Donald family house. Guess what? The women couldn't eat before the men when I go to Donald family house for Thanksgiving and all that. All the women in the family would fix all the plates for the men. And there wasn't no ego thing and all that. It was just, hey, we done prepared for, we're gonna make sure that, you know what I'm saying, they prayed, spread, and they made sure the men had their plate full because it was enough for everybody. They made sure the men would eat the husbands and the wives made. I'm just saying, I had never seen that for black families in Atlanta.
But I'm gonna tell you though, I've seen black women. I've seen black women do the things that you were saying that this Dominican woman does. But you know, I've seen them change due to how they felt. You know, they feel like the man either he wasn't he started not being consistent. Either he cheating or he coming home and he depressed with what's going on in the street. So now he attitude and he come home, he got an attitude with a woman and she trying to figure out what's wrong with him. You know, did that and the third.
That woman come on here and get worse than I fast.
So after you know,
that's all you got left.
Numerous times of going through this, I just feel like women stop being that way. You know what I mean? Because I done been with black women who done wipe my clothes, cook my food, gave me pedicures and facials and all kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So it's in them. You can get that same energy here, but I just think that on the collective, I think it's more collective. You know, like what I mean? I don't know what it is about black people. It's like we assume everybody else shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. We just so impressionable.
Let me tell you something. The way that my family was raised, I didn't even realize it was different. until I got older, and people would come around us and they'd be like, y'all. So when it comes to certain things with men and women, and I, like, my uncles and aunts been married 40 and 50 years. And they, like, you could tell that they still like each other. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nobody mean, angry, hateful. No, they still actually like each other. Like, they showing up for the grandkids now, you know. So it's
commonalities.
Coming for real. But no, the thing
Share
about it
morals and
is,
values.
a lot of we was just raised to just kind of take care of each other. It wasn't no gender wars and all
Find your
that. So we was
tribe.
that's one of my superpowers, is staying in men's lives without actually being in men's lives. So, like, if you ever speak to any man that I've given a fair chance, they'll let you know that, yeah, I probably fucked up. Well, I probably shouldn't have did that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, whatever it was that they did or whatever, because you'll continue. No, I'm not blaming the man. Because, see, I don't do no intentional dirty shit to men. So most of the time, if we break up, they know it's because of something that they did. So it ain't blaming
We
the
need to
man.
have them on. Okay, I bet if we had a conversation with them, it'd be something different.
Done talk to plenty of, you know, like I think in my adult life I may have had like 3-4 relationships. He even talked to my children daddy. So, like, that's one of the things.
But
like,
I'm saying, like, you, I ain't gonna cut you off, but I'm saying what you grew up in your household, right?
Mm-hmm.
The thing like that was like an older, that was like a way that our parents and grandparents did things, and I think that.
But you know why they did that?
I know. I'm just saying it was unity. And it was things.
It
It was
was
unity, and they did that shit like all the time. Like my grandma, we go my grandma's on Bankhead.
Cause get what?
Listen, man, we went that motherfucker. Everybody, they did everything the right way, like he said, just like that, and it made things better. And like I knew my grandparents didn't get along. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't show it in front of us.
Because let me tell you something,
They
man. And we don't,
each other.
but you don't understand why, man. When they go outside, they had to fight the white folk, man. Like, y'all not understanding what our grandparents were going through.
Y'all have to fight
thinking,
a mean world too.
Hold on, but listen,
y'all.
no, it ain't like how it was back then. It was
It
real
might.
segregated. It was white people. It was white versus black. It's not like that now.
What I'm saying is you
It's black
fighting
versus
something
black
else
now.
out there, though. It may not be exactly what our grandparents was fighting, but anytime y'all going out into the world, the last thing you want to come back home to is a whole nother fight. Y'all out there fighting, whether you want to admit it or not, you fighting something totally different now.
Understood, but what I'm saying, that was the glue though. Man, women didn't want to be with them men back then. What y'all think, man? My granddaddy had an outside. Man, come on, man. Man, them men were cheating on them women. Man, them men were beating on them women. Them men was dogs to them women back then. Your grandma and granddaddy. Come on, man.
Some of them, no, I'm dead ass serious.
Man,
Like,
we be trying to use that as a. You be trying to use. We be trying to use that as a.
We know that these things was happening.
What the men used to do and did that in the third.
I wasn't saying like that. I wasn't saying like that either, because we knew that. Cause my granddad had a whole other family. Both sides of my granddad had 2 families. You know what I'm saying? My dad.
They stuck together, bro, because it was white versus black, man.
Yeah.
That's why they stuck together, man. Them folk, they want to go out there and know that they had to go out and fight these folks. So they trying to.
Well, back then they stood together more too, though. The black folks stood together more.
Because of what was going on outside.
I know that.
It ain't going on outside no more. That's why we ain't sticking together. I ain't got to put up with your shit no more. A woman ain't got to put up with that man's shit no more. You feel what I'm saying? Because she'll go and get her own now.
Like we was talking about that earlier.
We ain't got to put up. Yeah, they used to have to put up with that shit back in the day. You know what I mean? They were forced to be together. You know what I mean? That women not forced to be with men no more.
But you know what? That's what creates this alpha female stuff too. Because now the tables have turned. Females own their own businesses, got their own money, this, that, and the other. It's totally different now. Shit has switched up totally.
She ain't gotta come. She ain't gotta hear that shit from that man no more. She ain't gotta smell his farts no more. She ain't gotta smell his farts. You know what I mean? When he sleep.
Like, for real.
Yeah, she got her own thing. She can pay for her own house. She can pay for her own nails. She can go buy her own clothes.
But at the end of the day, they still say, you know what I'm saying? I still want somebody I can be with and this, that, and the other. But look how you carrying yourself though.
Right.
Hell, me looking at you, I won't want to be with your ass either. Right. You know what I'm saying? You talk harder than a nigga do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because
who wants that?
These women out here nowadays, you try to cater to them that way, like that, and they don't want that. They don't want that because they think they got their own. They think they got the top credit score.
They speak another love language. Find out what she need. I know what I need from you.
I'm
I know
saying
what I
though,
need from a man.
What's your love
I know what I need, man. Look here, I'm a mixture of all love languages, but time for me,
Quality time.
quality time for me.
But listen, a real
'Cause
nigga,
I
you ain't got
forget
to
about
tell
your
him.
ass.
Real nigga, you ain't got to tell him what you need. If he come in now, he gonna know exactly what you
But
need. You
see,
ain't got to tell him
but see,
shit about the real
that-
one.
That's one of the things that we do suffer from. We expect for a nigga to know. Now I'm gonna treat you how I want. I'm gonna tell you and show you how I want to be treated. I don't need you guessing at none of that shit, because you can't treat me like you treated that last woman.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I know the results ain't gonna be the same. So I'm gonna show you what I want. I'm finna set boundaries. I'm telling you what I want. I don't need all that man, look here.
So you don't need flowers. You
I-
don't need them roses.
Not them kind. Not them kind. Go and give me them other kind. That one gonna make me happy. I'm gonna like for real, because women will expect for a man just to know he may be a good, decent man, but that nigga ain't expect the gadget. That nigga need to know what you like.
There you go.
He can't go off of what of an assumption. Well, I seen her look at this the other day. Man, I'm telling her why that woman was looking at that shit. She could have been looking at it for a child, you know, just some things. And I always
But that
tell,
goes back to learning. your
that's my
partner
whole
and all that.
exactly.
And
So during that
communication
time,
and
during
trust
that
and love,
time
all
that
them
y'all
shit go
getting to
together.
know each other, he gonna know. Nah, my girl don't like
He
that.
shouldn't be guessing.
Yeah, that's
So-
what I'm saying. Take the guessing out of it.
Let me ask y'all this question. What if somebody came to you and said, okay, you know, we decided to be in a relationship, but let's have therapy. Like we gonna include a therapist
Oh,
in this
I'm all
relationship.
for that.
Before-
I'm with that.
before you
I
get
have
in the
never
relationship?
heard-
Yeah.
No, I mean like at the beginning of the
off the
relationship,
rip,
whenever
yeah.
that, like off
Yeah.
the rip, like
I'm
y'all
definitely with
got a
that.
therapist
Mm-hmm.
and y'all finna build this relationship in a threesome.
Now
You and your
it ain't
me,
gonna be
you and
like
this
that.
therapist. No, I'm just saying, like
the therapist
you gon- it's
ain't
gonna-
biased to neither one of us,
but it ain't
that
just for the
person-
bad times, it's for good times too. Like you know what I'm saying?
Listen
With
what
it's
I'm saying.
through the
It ain't
duration.
gonna be no threesome.
I ain't saying.
it-
I'm just I'm on
Listen,
figuratively speaking, though. You know.
What I'm saying is she ain't gonna be that far in our shit. He or she will not be that far in our relationship for it to feel like that is what I'm saying.
Well, who you asked you gonna
So-
disclose your intimate moments with?
So when you speak when I think about therapists or therapist is if I'm gonna include a therapist in what we got going on, I don't feel like they need to be there all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because you know some people take that shit to the limit. They
So-
want to go once a week. They
So
want.
I'm sorry, Donna.
No, you good.
Are you saying that the couple should go to therapy before there are any problems?
Yeah.
Right. From the get go,
I
I think it brings out. I think it would open up that communication.
It can.
You know what I mean?
It can go one or two ways.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
So
I'm
no.
sorry.
Then I'm just wanting to just close this
I'm sorry.
that point. So y'all don't feel like that's
I mean,
because for me I'm solution based. You know I'm just always trying to figure out what's the solution, what's the answer to this problem. You know, how can we fix this? You know, because
But
we
you
don't
got
know
to-
how to fix it.
But like
Because
we don't. But you saying
we
with
could
a
talk all
therapist,
day.
We got a therapist, right? You got a therapist, right? But if that person, the man or the female, it don't want to fix that solution, don't want to have a solution to that problem, it's not gonna happen.
Well, that's why we can't get in no relationship.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But,
see what I'm saying?
but you're not gonna be on good terms all the time. Everything ain't gonna go right like that. You know what I mean? It gonna be some time where shit ain't gonna. That's not gonna get resolved.
Okay, that's
You
fine.
know
But
what I'm
now,
saying?
but how are we going to work through that? What's the conflict? What's our conflict
I mean,
resolution?
I don't know because you.
But see,
just-
that's
you
where the
just-
therapist can come in,
Well,
because
we
if you
might be
don't know,
therapist,
if
but
you don't have the idea,
well, like the therapist could give you. I went to counseling before, right? That shit didn't help.
because you were blind, it was blockage
I was just gonna
there.
say
I didn't
now,
want to help.
now
I
being,
was the one suggested the counseling.
With who? With what
but
woman?
but
Why do you
but it
think
ain't
it
no
worked?
cookie cutter.
Why
You should have tried somebody else. Like
Yeah, what happened? Was it the therapist or you just what was going on?
Yeah, 'cause they don't
that
feel
you
like it was
just
the
didn't-
therapist.
It didn't help.
You just was out of
What
it. You were
happened?
checking.
It was not.
Well, you're not
You know
open to
Renee, mother.
suggestions.
You know Renee. So you know don't do shit. You know her.
We ain't calling no names, man. We just say
You
S's.
know, you know she ain't goddamn. She is big headed as fuck.
Hey man, listen, man. Look, man. Her
That's what-
story may be a little different
No,
from yours.
that's why I'm just saying. A situation like I'm using an example.
Right.
So you can go to therapy and all that shit. And that shit still don't matter. And then we still stay together 10 years later. Still after the therapy. See what I'm saying? It's just the fact that sometimes the problem don't get resolved. Like
Because, and I felt the therapist should have never been cut off. The therapist should have still been
It
going
might
on
should
with y'all
have,
for 10 years.
But if the unit not got together
I think it'll come out through in the therapy session. Then that's when y'all will find out a solution and say, okay, we can't be together. We have determined.
I just don't think it should be excessive when it comes to therapy. I can see you allowing the therapist to open up certain lines of communication that y'all may not feel comfortable opening up together at the beginning. But as far as that excessive therapy stuff,
man, we can't do it alone. Black people can't do it alone. That's our problem. We in our ego. We feel like we got all the game, but we ain't married. It's still the same thing.
We can't do it alone.
We got all the game in the world, but we don't apply it.
Ain't never been my end goal.
I understand, but I'm just saying we got all the game.
So it depends on the person.
But overall, though, Donna, we can't do it alone. Overall, we need each other.
I'm not. You think, man, men and women need each other all together. From all aspects.
And sometimes we may have to interject a third party.
That's what I'm saying, as long as it's not excessive.
Once a month.
That's what I'm saying. Something like that I can see, as a start, and as time progresses.
You saying like once a week? That's too much.
Yeah,
I ain't know once a week. I'm thinking once a week. I'm just thinking it's like a check-in.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a wellness check. You know what I mean?
Like a wellness check. That's something totally different.
Yeah.
It's a wellness check. Yeah, like once a month. Like we can.
I can see that. I can
get with that. And let me say this too, because as Shannon said something, I thought about something too, right? The people that I found out in these countries, lab, that are different than us, right? They are family oriented as far as like what they teach also. But I also know what brings the humility and all that is poverty. Because I always ask this girl, like, hey, if you want poor and you need this, I wonder would your character be the same.
Right.
I don't think
exactly
it would be the same. Like, I
don't
don't lie, Jimmy. I don't lie to myself. I look myself in the mirror and be like, I wonder would they be this humble and be this like this if they didn't need these things.
Yeah.
So I think that's why other countries appear to be more family oriented, because you can get your poorest Chinese, you can get your poorest Indian family. Or when they get money, they shit on them other Indians and them other Chinese. I'm just saying they shit on them all the time when they get where they going. So I just think the humbleness and the way these people, you know what I'm saying, the way we think is that, you know what I'm saying, comes out of poverty and necessity. They do, you know what I'm saying? But I think if they get here, I think that family shit, because think about it, right? You got your poor Mexican family. Everybody always say, the Mexican family, 8 to 10 of them stay in the house. But what about them goddamn cartels who rich and don't need to be goddamn, you know what I'm saying, broken poor? They mindset ain't on that. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They goddamn, I'm just doing what they doing.
Man said he been married 22 years with a therapist. He never had a therapist.
So I don't think
he never had a therapist.
I just think poverty brings
because him and his wife have commonalities. They share morals and values. And they
respect the differences. I'm telling you,
it's a man that don't even think about cheating on cheat.
Right.
You know, nothing in life is all or none, man.
Right.
Yeah, because I have heard a lot of women that's kind of recovering from being hurt from cheaters and stuff like that. They'll think all men do cheat, but I know plenty of men that don't.
Any of my friends been married who weddings I've been in, or if I introduce them, they can't call me, got them to my, hey, bro, no. Hey, but I done been in that goddamn wedding and introduce you to it. Now, y'all gotta fix that shit.
You went before God and everybody fix it.
You ain't finna talk. No. I mean, y'all gotta fix that shit. I don't even let them do it, because I say, hey, I want to be invited back to your house by your wife. I know at the end of the day, you might have put down, it's still that wife house. You know what I'm just saying, though?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, so women are now, I don't let none of my friends call me tomorrow. They probably, hey, bro, y'all gotta fix that, bro. Don't do that. I don't even want her to be like, every time you call the one. Hell no. I mean, y'all fix it. I ain't qualified to give you no advice on your marriage. Stay with that shit, man, because I wish I could find one. So I ain't finna tell you nothing against what you trying to tell me about your situation and your wife. Cause I already know 9 times out of 10 is you.
And they don't want their husband calling the whore anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, look, man, look. Hey, look, it's gonna be 10 o'clock, man. Listen, I appreciate y'all coming out. We gotta do a part 2 of this thing, man. This conversation is needed. You know what I'm saying? It's needed in our community, so we know to get some stuff out, man. Cause we be holding stuff in and this and that. Don't know what's going on, man. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight, man. We tired. We gotta go to work tomorrow. Whoever gotta go to work tomorrow and whatever. So the Real Atlanta Podcast, we about this motherfucker, man.
Hey, man, peace, man.